happens here. I don't know. Let's see. I don't think I want to try that way. That looks a little deeper than what I want, and I don't want to get stuck. So let's see. We're going to go a little four-wheeling. Okay, let's see. Oh, this ought to be fun. This ought to be fun. Let's see. Think we can make it through there, guys? Yeah, the seatbelt worked. Think we can make it through there? I get stuck or overshoot it and hit the pickup over there. That's going to suck, ain't it? Well, and I was worried. Yeah, let's bust through the driveway. Boom. All right, we made her. Oh, what were you guys worried about? We made it. Four-wheel drive works great in this. And that's auto four-wheel drive too. Slide. That's enough playing before I pack the front end full of snow, and then the starter won't work. But yep, been too lazy to scoop everything out. Oh, let's see what our trucks look like before I park it. Not too bad. Oh, run, rabbit, run! Oh. Anyway, let's get in the shop here and see what we get done today. Alright. Yeah, Squirrel was digging tunnels in the snowdrift yesterday. So far, not too bad. I hope. So, anyway, we're going to go in the shop and see what we get done. And I got something to show you guys that showed up. Yeah. So, anyway. Well, we're out here. And I got to sit down. Seems like I got to get up and move around too much. Yeah. Anyway, here we go. I had somebody contact me and said they wanted to send me a Christmas present. And I'm like, you don't have to, but we did a little talking back and forth, and this is what was picked out. Degree wheel kit set from Jags. There it is. There's part number. And I thank you, and the guy that done that is asierick. If I remember, I'll put a link to his, or he can comment on here, and you guys can find him. So I thank you very much, bud. It's going to come in handy because this little MG needs the cam degreed in. 454. Well, it's going to be well used around here, and I thank you very much. So we got this, and I've got some things I purchased myself because, as you know, I'm having troubles with the machine shop, and I can't keep doing that. So that's that. And today I think we're going to kind of be on the MG, because the MG basically is the only motor that I should have everything here for. And yesterday I got noticing something, and I don't know if it's going to be good or bad. I had him save the old pistons because buddy wants to make a shifting knob out of them. Okay, no big deal. Got the old pistons here, and you see something? 1, 2, 3, 4. But basically 3 ring, 4 rings. And a really deep dish piston. Okay. And I double checked the book because I thought, uh-oh, somebody screwed up. Here's what we got. 1, 2 rings in the oil control, and not very much of a dish. I double checked the book. God, I gotta get a wire brush after that. That's why she's getting painted in that. I double checked the book, which I forgot to bring those in. They're outside. And so I guess this is going to go out to UMG guys. How much troubles am I going to have? I know. And that's really a deep dish piston. But according to the book, it's only supposed to be an 8-to-1 piston. Well, I don't know. And I gotta figure out how. Gotta figure out how much has been taken off the head because he said the head was warped. I didn't look to see if he took anything off the block. So I guess it's going to have to be mock that up dry without the rings. And make sure the piston's below deck and all this stuff, and nothing simple. And I think that's where I'm starting to run into the concern with this guy down there. I don't think he pays attention how much he shaves off. He just shaves it off until it's flat. And that's not right. If one side of the block you take 5 thousandths off it, and the other side you only take 2 thousandths off it to get it flat, that's not right. You've got to remove equal amounts from each side of the block. And some of these heads, you got to remember on these non-adjustable valves heads, whatever you take off the head, you got to 372. That's my road. That'd be 7 miles. Okay, I'm 30. Be 7 miles north of here. Okay. So you got to take that and figure that into your valve stem heights and all that. So I don't know. And like I said, previous machinist, which is my father-in-law, when he was in the machine shop, he always reminded me about, well, you take this X off, you got to take this off, that off. I'm like, oh yeah. So I don't know. So I guess I want to get that little MG block out, get it degreased, and I got to do a little cleaning in here. God. No, I'll figure something out. Let's me do what I can while my teeth ain't killing me. There we go. There's the MG. It's all in primer. I'll use you guys to see if it looks like I did pretty good. I got that all in primer. He wants her to go black. So that's what we'll paint it here next. Yeah. If I ain't up moving around too much, it ain't too bad, but I see I'm pretty red-faced. That hurts. Anyhow, well, I'll let this dry here, and then I'll get the can of black, wherever the hell that went, and get ready to paint this thing black, and then I'll be ready to set it up and get the crank in it, and drop the pistons in without any rings, and spin this over and see if we got a positive deck, negative deck, or what, because I see he decked the block too. So hopefully I don't have to take the little pistons back to have them milled off. Anyway, what is it about painting a motor black that makes it look so mean? I know you MG guys are out there going, that's... I asked the owner, because I know they were talking about colors, when I brought this thing home, and I texted him. I said, "Hey, what color do you want?" He said, "Gloss black." There you go. Customer's way. So what the heck? Anyway. Wow, that. Sorry for the interruption. I don't even remember what I was saying, but that was the wife. She had a little bit of a complaint. Somebody we know that refuses to pay for their own internet. They go use the free Wi-Fi in town. My wife went to get gas for her car. Well, she put the gas in. Was going to go in the store and get some more stuff and just swipe the card in. Their card readers, the ATM, everything dead. And they have said this gal uses the internet. She's downloading games or something. This time, it killed the cash register. It killed everything. And by the time, well, they were nice to let the wife go to across the street to the other gas station, get her money out of that ATM, went back, and just as my wife was walking out, okay, she says, "Oh, everything's working again." They looked outside, the gal left. So that's kind of scary. I know my wife just needed the vent, but I'm like thinking in my head, I can't do nothing about it. But anyway, the MG, yeah, it's painted. I'm gonna get the crank bearings out and the rod bearings out, and we're gonna fit this thing together just like and then we can check the bearing clearances too. I see the crank has been polished really nice. It's like a mirror finish, and I really hope the son of a bitch is round. See, one of the things I broke down and ordered, because without any micrometers, I cannot check the sizes of these cranks or anything. I can't check it. Well, I've got the snap gauges. Well, I've got the digital slide caliper, but you can't get a good reading with that. So I want to get the micrometers. Well, I got the micrometers coming. They should be here tomorrow. Because I want to continue to getting into this deep and continue doing this stuff. I got to be able to double check somebody else's work when I have an issue. Because I know on the 454 when he done that, I know he set his mic and he went to slide it on and it wouldn't go, and he had to. So I knew he had the mains on that too big. But he nailed the rods perfect. Well, as far as we know, perfect. I haven't checked the clearances yet. So I got a set of micrometers coming. Not expensive, but not cheap. I looked at the really cheap ones. Boy, yeah, I think one used they probably would have broke. So I got to quit doing this, and then now with this, and I know some of you MG guys out there warn me, aftermarket pistons sometimes come up out of the deck. Well, then he went and decked this block. There's no marking on what he took off. The ID tag's completely gone now. Well, I don't know. Maybe he did get it in the bag. I don't know, but yeah. Anyway, I guess I'll see if this is. Boy, that looks wet. It's dry. I sprayed my hands. Yes. All right. This is why you use white rags, guys. That was after wiping through the cam borers and that, and I mean, I tell you, this little MG midget, boy, they left some sharp edges on this thing. You got to kind of watch it with these MGs. They're sharp. But I'm getting ready to set the main. I got to get the crank out of the plastic, wash that off, get that cleaned off, and we're going to set her in, and then we're going to dry fit pistons and see what we got. There's the mains. So looks like they're made all the same. Don't make a difference. Anyway, all right. Okay. Well, here up. I gotta get a new white rig. There's two ahead. I moved my box, but it's holding some stuff up in the corner. I don't know what the hell that was. Anyway, I got looking to, and I was going to tell you, I didn't realize it before, but the replacement bearings they sent are full groove. Doesn't make whether it's upper, lower, so they just made them full groove all the way around. Got the crank standing here. I know some of you are freaking out. I'm not. Very nice polish, but hopefully he hasn't removed too much. And also, I'll warn you guys too, if you're going to work on a little MG midget, unless you're going to buy the conversion kit, there is a conversion kit that turns this from this kind of seal into a one-piece seal. There is no seal there. It's all done right here on this crank. And what is in there is like a wick. I want to call it threads, but it's not. But that forces the oil. I mean, this is so close to being where it is. If you take and unbolt this and then put it back on, that's where I was warned by you MG guys. If you undo that, you got to have a line board unless you go buy the conversion kit that turns this into a one-piece seal around this. Which I thank everybody for telling me about that. Okay, it's in pretty good. So, as you know, I always wipe off the bottle from the last use, just to make sure. And I don't care what you say, but I use my white lithium grease. And what I'm after today on this is to get this crank in and get the pistons and rods, since I noticed he done what he did, mounted, make sure they don't come out of the cylinder block. So and I know you guys are going, where's the thrust bearings? They're in here. Which, you guys talked me into it. I guess I gotta check the end plate just in case I gotta order new thrusts. Because that's one thing we didn't get, because we didn't know. And by the time we got the motor tore down to that point, it was too late. We could have checked it. So, and I'm really testing myself here, guys. I'm trying to keep everything hunky-dory. And standard. Oh, I got a standard and 3000s undersized here. Okay. Let's see what I got for the uppers end. Standard. And let's see, 3000s I bet? 3000s underside. So, too bad I didn't know which way they came out. I guess it probably really don't make a difference as long as I put the two same on the same on the same. 3-3. Standard. Okay. Well, sit. Bearing thing, so okay. And this is not the lube it. Standard. Okay. Standard. This is to help hold it in place. Goes on the other side. So now I'm wasting a little stuff, but right now I'm just going for a mock-up. And I did not see that. Bearing grabbed and stayed on the crank. Why did you do that? Try this again. Sometimes you just gotta. Wow, that is tight. Okay. Alrighty. So we'll go ahead and do the center main here. And this is what I see. It was seen on the internet where the guys just put grease in there to hold them in place. Go get a socket and a speed wrench. Okay, use our Harbor Freight. Your guy's going, Tommy! Dum dum dum. I don't believe I did that. And you know, I keep it real. I ain't going to hide it. I ain't going to hide it. How many of you realize what I just did? Probably go better if I put a bearing in there. Bearing tang. Hey, that's better. You guys probably. This is not final assembly, so I was good. This is basically to help me remember how to put this thing back together too. Why did you move? I had a back bearing rolled up on me now. Oh, really? Okay, I got sometimes you just got to put it back together. And, well, there's no defense for me. I mean, I should have seen that. So, well, you know what the hell. Told you guys I don't cover nothing up, I don't sugarcoat it. And we're only human. We're not, if we're perfect, we're doing something wrong. I'm not going to stir. Oh shit, I want to hit the ball all the way down in there. Be fine. Ah. Maybe this is my home and they quit working on this thing today. Maybe it's trying to keep me from finding out what I don't want to find out. Again. Okay, third time's a charm, right? There. The bearing tang. Alright. Now we're on a... I have no idea. What am I going to say? Okay. Before I goof up anymore. This is so weird not putting anything in here for a seal. Oh, here you guys go. I'll show you now. Oh. Come here. See, that is so close that the motor must spin this way, so that'll pushes the oil back in. Ain't that crazy? Ain't that crazy? So, all right. Yep, bearing tang. That's what this one is. And these all been washed and cleaned and Scotch Brighted. And I know some guys out there don't like the idea of having white lithium grease on here when you do clearances. I've done it both ways, and you know what? The reading comes out the same both ways. It hasn't made a difference yet. So, and like I say in all my videos, just because I do it this way doesn't mean you have to. You got to do it a different way. That's your own prerogative. That's what makes this all great. We can all act individually. So, and I can also check the end play on this crankshaft. I got thrusts in there. And right now this is not going for clearance setting. Right now this is just going for mock up the pistons and make sure they do not protrude. Well, the bearing's all spinning around, so. So, at this point, you guys know where I'm at. We're about close to being able to stick around in here. Where do you guys think this is going to be? we're going to have issues with this freaking motor? Or are we going to be okay? Let's see. Yep. It spins good. Alright, I'll get the rod bearings ready and get a rod. And let's see, which way has the list on? That side of the block, okay. Oh god. Not as nice as what it was. Okay, yep, we'll just do this. Nothing on this side of the block to break. Okay. Alright. Just take one of the old pistons. Hey, just like it was made for that. Look at that. Oh, you guys can't see it. That old piston holding the thing there perfect. So, this is where I need squirrel. What about the cylinders? Ha! I really do. I can't get my big paw in there. So, remember. Okay, I'll get ready and we'll get the next step. Okay, guys, I didn't show you putting the piston in and took a look. Ow, kneecap. Oh. Took a little bit to figure it out which way the rod goes. That's pretty much self-explanatory because there is no marking on the pistons. I didn't try it off camera, but let's spin it over and see. Wow. Cool. We are. Wow. I don't know if we're supposed to be that far down below, but it is below deck. Big time below deck, so. Okay. By the time you put the gasket on there and that, so okay. Oops. So, I guess we could actually probably go ahead and, well, we got clearances to check. Yeah. I'm telling you, these little rod bearings fit really, really tight. And I gotta remember before I put the, oh no, I got room. If this was together, I gotta remember to put the little lifters in before putting this all together, but I'm really hoping everything, because I've been sitting here, I hope these bearings are fitting like they're supposed to, because I know he did not torque these up and check the rod ends. I know he didn't, because they are just like when I took them down there. And I asked him yesterday if he did that. Oh, yeah. So. It's a little Scotch-Brite thing I always do on all my motors. Plus the stuff that's brand spanking new parts. It gets done. But this is how tight the rod bearings fit. I've actually, and again, they're all made the same, so it doesn't matter which upper half or whatever. But I can't believe how tight these little rod bearings fit. That I'm using my brass hammer to tap them. Into place. Small block Chevys? Nope, you don't do that. This little guy? I guess you do. Like I said, this is just going for clearances, and this is not final assembly. Yeah. Oh, that one went fairly decent. Okay. Yeah, that drives me nuts. Rod bolts are that loose. They just fall out, so. Okay, can't see the numbers, so that's what it is. So, seems like a lot of work to go through just to take it back apart again, but there's only one way to check your clearances. And I did come across a video of this running on a engine stand. We might make the provisions and break this thing in, but yeah, we're nice and good below the deck, so I think we're going to be fine. By the time we put the head gasket on and all that, it'll be fine. So I'll get those other two in here, and I got some long feeler gauges I want, because I want to check the clearances myself, but my micrometers get here tomorrow, but I can snap gauge, check those, and then measure this, and that should tell me too. So anyway, I'll get those other two fitted and show you what we got. Alright, there you guys go. There. It's going. Why is it leaving more? Oh, it just... There's no pistons in there, so... Or no pistons, see, no rings on the pistons. Just got her in to make sure it was below deck. We're quite a ways below deck there, see? So, that's good. So those are down. This is all together. And I think we'll call that a stopping point for the MG. The more I move around, the more I'm starting to hurt again. So far, everything's looking good. Like I said, I get my micrometers. I'll torque these rods up and snap check them and see, because the bearings showed weird wear. And I'm also going to double check the crank, because the bearings I took out of this showed some weird wear, and I guess when we unbolt this stuff and that and see if we got any weird marks showing up on the bearings already, then we'll know. Excuse me. Pardon me. So yes, I guess. With that, I don't know much else. But here is part one of the reassembly of the MG Midget 1275 motor. So, alright, and then if you guys with MGs got any other special little tips and tricks for this thing, let me know.